So basically, कुछ दिन पहले I was sitting with my sister and she suddenly just started staring at me and I'm like, yeah. And she's like, मुझे बस suddenly realize हो रहा है तो कितनी बड़ी हो गई है. And you've grown up so much and you've become this person that you always dreamed of. And that is when it hit me as well. And I wrote my entire life into a poem. This is my journey from seeking love to self love. The point here is that life is life. There is no happily ever after. There are always going to be ups and downs. It is about you shaping yourself throughout this journey and coming to love and accept who you are. It's called A Fortress of Dreams. Today morning, I sat in front of the mirror and I looked at myself for the first time ever. I saw myself losing bits of hair, just like I lose people. I try so hard to hold on to make them stay, but I always fail. I saw my creased forehead, always stressed out about a million things. What wrong did I do now? So many questions to raise. I saw the excruciating pain hidden behind my dark brown eyes. I saw my exhausted, pretentious, half-hearted smile. I saw the dark red marks on the side of my neck. Love is meant to be painful, isn't it? I saw my stiff shoulders tired of carrying all the weight of never being enough. I saw my trembling fingers drowning in anxiety. I saw my legs give up, tired of running away from everyone and everything, running away from my own thoughts and feelings. I am everything I have experienced. I am everyone I have met. I'm all my choices. I'm all my pain. Let's start again. Ages 4 to 10. My earliest memories reside in fear. I spent my entire childhood in tears. The screams pierced through my head every night as I went to bed. The color of love was printed on my body, red marks left everywhere, but nothing mattered. As I sat with my sister, silently in our handmade pillow fortress, giggling and eating mangoes that we had stolen from the roof beside our home, she protected me, caressed my hair, and I knew it was all right. I was not alone. Ages 11 to 16. I spent this time of my life in solitude. The only friends I had were my books. As I sat in a library all day reading fiction, desiring the same friendships and fun, I craved for warmth, for love, for approval. So I became the perfect friend, the perfect student, the perfect daughter, kind and naive, honest and obedient, grateful and tough, but I was never enough. All I got in return were tiny crumbs with any luck. So I slept every night with an empty stomach. Life was unfair. Life was brutal to me. I was all alone and it was too dark to see. So I stumbled and fell and broke down completely. I was abused mentally, physically, sexually, emotionally, so I turned towards poetry. I vomited words onto heaps of papers, the ink spilling through my tears. Hiding away from the entire world, only my poetry understood my words. And even though I was on my own, I knew it was all right. I was not alone. Ages 17 to 19. This was the turning point of my life. I packed my bags and came to Mumbai. I smelled the skies, drowned in the love of the sea. I tasted freedom for the first time, and believe me, it tasted like the perfect cup of masala chai that I make with a little pudina and dher sara pyar. I could never get enough of it, so I drove into rebellion, madness, and war. I fought for myself. I learned to have faith in me. I made friends, fell in love, had my heart broken. I was all the drama I had read about in my fictional novels. I met the stage and immediately fell in love. No more remaining silent. I spilled out all of my secrets, spinning webs of thoughts I could no longer control. My diaries became a poetic mess. I loved being alone and was passionate about art, but I also loved caring for people with all my heart. So I let people walk all over me. I let people tell me I'm naive enough to be walked over. I lost myself a little with each passing day. I'd do anything to please people to make them stay. So no matter how tiring the day would be, as the sun would set, I'd go to the usual debris. I'd meet the people I called my friends with twitching nerves, wishing for the day to end. And I'd dance and laugh until they were gone. I'd comfort myself saying it's all right. I'm not alone. Age 20, present. I feel like the pieces of my puzzle are finally falling into place. Instead of running to catch up with others, I'm walking at my own pace. I still do lose my heart to people who don't care enough, but I know I can fall back into my own arms when things get rough. I'm no more afraid to reach for the stars and soar in the skies or to take any chance. I'm carrying with me a parachute built of resilience, self-love, and self-confidence. And when I have days when I'm too exhausted to do anything at all, I go and sit silently with my sister in our fortress built with thick white walls. We put on our favorite series and order our favorite fries to this place we call home. And even with watery eyes and a heavy heart, I know it will be all right. I'm never alone. So as I look at myself in this mirror today, I see all the flaws that drive people away. But I've been through many phases, and there are many more to come. So no matter how many people leave, I'll always have someone. As I keep a secret mantra that I believe with all my heart to be true, let me tell you, be kind towards the world, and eventually, the world will be kind towards you. Thank you. Thank you so much.